Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is a series that I'm starting. This is the third episode now, called My 2 Pence, where I just give my thoughts and opinions. So it's not really a planned video, so I haven't really got a specific topic to talk about, but I'll label the video whatever I talk about. So I'm just going to say what comes to my mind. So with gold, I think one thing to consider is the long-term plan. With gold and silver, it's very important to consider what is your long-term plan with gold and silver. How many ounces of gold and how many ounces of silver is enough, and how many ounces is too much. So personally, I think that my goal is to have enough ounces of gold and silver so that I have enough to almost retire on silver and gold. So like let's say how much money would you need per month to survive? Let's say you need roughly let's say 1,600 per month, let's say. But it could be 800. If it's 800, then one gold coin should be enough to cover 2 months. So these coins are roughly worth between 1,500 and 1,600. So 1 ounce of gold is enough to cover 2 months of living costs. So if I were to retire, just as an example, let's say I wanted to retire at 50, and let's assume I live to 90. That's 40 years. So if I did a quick maths, just get my calculator. So 40 times 6 would be 240. So 240 ounces of gold would last 40 years to cover expenses. And it's very important to note that even though expenses may go up, the price of gold also goes up over time. So in 50 years, the average monthly expense may be, let's say, £2,000, £3,000. Right now, the average cost of living per month is between 400 and 800, depending on where you're living. But personally, around my area, rents can be rent for a single flat is like roughly 400, single bedroom flat. So let's assume that it's between 400 and 800 max. So if currently gold covers 2 months, 800s, then this is enough for 2 months. So, but in the future, because of inflation, the price of expenses will go up. So what used to cost 800 in monthly expenses would eventually become £2,000 in expenses. But it's important to note that gold also goes up. So if gold is currently 1,600 and expenses went up from 800 to 2,000, then that's more than double the expenses. So that means gold will also do more than double. So gold will go to 3,200 minimum. So gold keeps up with inflation. It stays above inflation in the long run. Some years it goes down, some years it goes up. But I think that in the long run, it is ahead of inflation. So you're actually making a small profit with gold. It keeps up with inflation, meaning that you can secure your future. You can secure months in the future. It's just a way of locking away your economic power. So right now, these coins can cover around 2 months of. If I were to sell it, these can cover roughly 2 months of expenses. So at the moment, I only have in total I have 6 ounces of gold. I have a bar here. I have more coins. So I have a bar here. So I have roughly 6 ounces of gold at the moment. So if you do the math, times that by 2. If I were to stop working right now and I were to just basically not do anything, not do any work, I could sell my gold and I would be able to cover expenses for a year. So my goal is to have enough gold to cover expenses until I die, probably. But you never know what the goal is, because the goal is your financial goals are very flexible. So you never know what the future holds. But at the bare minimum, I want enough gold to retire on. But of course, the amount of money you want is unlimited. You can never have enough money. I think people it's just an automatic human instinct to want more and more money. So, but the bare minimum is having enough to survive. That's the bare minimum you should want. Having enough gold, or having enough investments to survive. So, yeah, anyway, guys, I thought I'd just share some of my thoughts with you. This was unscripted. It's just some random thoughts that came out of my mind, my chain of thought. Silver is also good too. Silver, I've made my gold silver ratio 1:5, and the reason I've done that is that I don't really want to hold a lot of silver. At the moment I only have 3 ounces, but I'm gonna acquire more soon. I'm gonna acquire probably another. I'm gonna acquire 25 ounces soon. I want to try and have, for every 1 ounce of gold, I want to have 5 ounces of silver. So at the moment I've got 3 here for this set. I need 2 more to complete this set, and I need 5 more to complete this set, 5 more, and so on. So when I have 6 ounces of gold, so I need 5 times 6, which is 30 ounces of silver. So I'll eventually acquire 30 ounces of silver, and every time I get a gold, every time I buy a gold Britannia, I'll probably include 5 ounces of gold, 5 ounces of silver. But the reason why I want to keep my ratio low is that I don't want to hold a lot of silver, because, to be honest, silver takes up a lot of space. If all this was in silver, all of this gold, if I converted it all to silver, right now the gold to silver ratio is 1:80. So for every 1 ounce of gold, you can buy 1 ounce of 80 ounces of silver. But in reality, because of premiums and VAT, it's probably 1:60 or 1:65. So if you account for VAT and premiums, you could probably get 1 ounce of, for every 1 ounce of gold, you could probably get 60 ounces of silver. So right now here, I have 6 ounces of gold in total, times that by 60. That's, so I would have 360 ounces of gold. So imagine having 360 of these. I mean, it would take up so much space. It wouldn't even fit on the camera. So that's why I want to keep my silver stack small, but still have it, because silver does have potential. It probably has more upside than gold. Definitely does. So, and if that is the case, if gold does have more upside than gold, if silver does have more upside than gold, then you don't need to hold a lot of it to make gains from it, because potentially these could be, according to some experts like Mike Maloney, this could be silver could go to 3 digits, so at least £100, which means you don't really need to hold a lot of it to make a lot of money from it. That's why I'm going to keep my gold to silver ratio quite low. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video now. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and I'll be uploading more videos soon, so stay tuned.